Trump isn't a president. He's a premium content bundle. He delusionally tweets Supreme Court victories like season finales. Supporters wear merch the way Catholics wear crucifixes. Ward off liberals, summon tax cuts, same ritual. He turned the White House into a set piece. Daily cliffhangers, surprise firings, cameo indictments. Democracy has been downgraded to interactive entertainment. Choose your own conspiracy, punch a journalist, earn double loyalty points. While we argue bathrooms and pronouns, the wealth gap grows like mold in a neglected fridge. Billionaires swap yachts bigger than your hometown, while minimum wage buys you half a tank of gas and a packet of hope-flavored ramen. Trump tweets outrage bait at 3 a.m. The media pounces. We doom scroll. Advertisers cash in. The outrage economy, where your attention is strip-mined and sold back to you as dopamine pellets. We claim to love veterans yet cut the VA. We defend free speech but ban books that make our kids ask questions at dinner. We mourn Israeli children on page 1, Palestinian children on page 44 beside the mattress ad. We post black squares for racial justice, then cross the street when a real black neighborhood appears. Our morality is a subscription box, curated outrage delivered monthly, assemble with selective empathy. Social media turned everyone into foreign policy experts. One swipe, you're a virologist, next swipe, a Middle East historian. We debate ceasefires between cat memes and Starbucks selfies. People display digital Palestinian flags, but can't name a single Gaza city besides the Strip. Others plaster the Star of David, but only attend synagogue on birthright tours. Virtue signaling so intense you could power the grid if shame were electricity. Evangelicals treat Trump like the Old Testament's drunk uncle, flawed but chosen. Muslims watch Christian nationalism rise and think, cool, we get grief for hijabs while these guys cosplay theocracy in trucker hats. Judaism gets pulled into every debate like a designated driver who didn't even want to come out. And atheists? We're the kids at the back pointing out plot holes while everyone else buys popcorn. The contradiction. America says separation of church and state by day, but by night writes legislation on hotel stationery with revelation footnotes. We'll fight Islamic theocracy overseas, then pass Christian theocracy stateside. Same hymn, different choir robes. Here's the flowchart. Elect spectacle. Spectacle breaks norms. Institutions shrug. Minority groups suffer. Warzone gets live streamed. We promise never again. Click next episode. We're trapped in a Mobius strip of hubris, one continuous surface of cell phone. Carlin said, it's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. In 2025, you also need noise-canceling headphones so the air raid sirens of common sense don't disturb the dream sequence. So what's the point of this rant? Simple. The choice before us is the mirror or the knife. Keep choosing mirrors that only reflect the pumpkin-colored Messiah, and the knife cuts deeper, rights, facts, lives. Or pick the mirror that shows us, a mosaic of contradictions, scared and sacred, capable of learning geography before we bomb it, able to read a holy book before we quote it, willing to impeach a demagogue before the robe brigade anoints him king for life. Remember, the Constitution is not a Bible. No heaven guarantees, no hell threats. It's a user manual, and we're the idiots ripping out pages to use as napkins. Freedom demands maintenance. Change the oil. Rotate the truth. Patch the empathy leaks. Because empires don't crumble from foreign invasion. They implode from domestic inertia, while the emperor rage tweets into the abyss. Get off the couch, crack a book, hug a Muslim, fact-check a president, and if the Supreme Court says he's untouchable, remind them sovereignty ultimately resides in 330 million middle fingers. That's my time. Tip your waitstaff, delete your prejudices, and for God's sake, learn where Gaza is before the next ceasefire expires.